executive board. And this is where the money also starts making people sleepless. And I think by just presenting this at Nigeria in Oyo as one of their states capital, that's the Akwa Ibom state, one guy, he couldn't stand and immediately signed up. He said, I'm going to the bank. Do you need the cash? I said, no, transfer the money to the company's account. I didn't want you to give me cash and tomorrow somebody miss me. So this is it. Now, if you're an executive, the qualification here is not the number of people you have registered, but it is the number of people you registered on the associate and on the classic board. That's the classic one. And help them, you have helped them to become also what? Executives. So when you help your people to become executives, it qualifies for you. So now check something. You realize that number 2 has promoted 4 of his team members to become what? Executives. That's people he brought. Number 5 has helped 2 of his people to become, same as 7. But number 9 became executive, and he was able to immediately also help his people to become 3 to become executive before the board broke. So when we check on the executive board, we look at those who have helped their team members, most of them, to become executive, and realize that it's only 2 and 9. And by so doing, the 2 and 9 becomes the leaders on the board. But it doesn't matter so much for the rest. Even if you are like number 3, 4, and 6, who have not helped anybody to become executive, anytime somebody becomes executive, whether within your country or from somewhere, and the person falls on this board, you get $16. So that's 16 times 8. But if you have produced one executive, that is, you get $32 times 8. The interesting thing is that if you have produced 2 or more people on the board, like number 2, number 5, number 7, it means that they are getting $48 anytime somebody gets on the board. So that's 48 times 8. Because when number 8 comes, they'll take. Number 9 comes, they'll take. 10 comes, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 48 times 8. But the good thing is that what are you waiting for if you can be an elite executive? That is the leader on the executive board. And that's what I'm saying, that always go with at least your 3 or 4 people, and you always be a leader. So when you become a leader on the board, that is the elite executive, you are paid $1,610 per the position. And after that, they are paying you other commissions as your team members are getting 16, 32, 48. You being the leader, anytime somebody comes on the board, you take $322 compared to your team members taking 16, 32, and 48. So why will you wait? Then again, when you get to the 15th position, the 15th person, you are also paid the golden handshake, which is another $966. Then you must be promoted. So being promoted to, you earn your 1,610 promotional bonus. And by so doing, you are promoted to become a manager.